You guys ever sit and like self-reflect? Like really think about the decisions you made in the past and how you got to where you kind of are today, and like how lucky you are to have certain things, like really like taking for granted certain things. Like I think about how I'm lucky to be able to like talk and walk and hear, like use all my five senses. But also just like I'm happy that yesterday was a good day. Like I used to feel, I guess I used to never think about life and death until I had my child. And now almost every day I think about it. And not in like a postpartum depression type of way, but more of like I've never felt like I've had so much to lose. And that's like a low-key like crushing weight. Like you have your physical things, you have your house and your car and things like that, that I'm super grateful to, be able to have and be able to work towards. But building a family, like having my husband who I adore, and then also like creating a child is like a whole different level of like responsibility, but fear that something's going to happen to me, something's going to happen to my husband, something is going to happen to her. Like every day that weighs on me. And I wasn't this way before. I consider myself a very optimistic person, and I still, consider my future. I hope and I pray for my future to still be good. Like, but it weighs on me so much that I don't have any control over what could happen, like yesterday, I went to sleep, everything was great. And I'm terrified that tomorrow I'm going to wake up and things are not okay. I don't really know how to really explain it more than that, but it just like, I feel like I'm always self-reflecting now. Like I should have had kids earlier. Like, maybe vitality or something like that means something. Like I'm perfectly healthy. Like I have no health scares. The only thing I battle with is like a, PCOS, a hormonal, disorder. It did affect my fertility. I'm planning on making a video about that. Actually, I'll probably make that video right after this. The PCOS did affect my fertility, so I wasn't 100% sure that I could even have my daughter. Like I can get pregnant. That was a constant worry for me. And now that I have her, now I just worry about, am I going to be able to see her grow up? Like, is something going to take me away from her? Is something going to take her dad away from her? Like, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like people don't talk about this enough. I mean, I don't really know what you can say. I mean, people can't really tell you anything that's going to make it better. Sorry that I'm driving, so the light is all wild right now, but hopefully you can just hear me. I don't have the right mic set up yet. That's coming in the mail. So these little rant videos hopefully will get better. But I don't know, it's just kind of on my chest. Like it literally makes me want to like break down and cry like every day over something that hasn't even happened yet. But I think the idea of knowing that it's kind of inevitable to happen in regards to like, my existence and my husband's existence, like we're not going to live forever. We know that. And like our brain is magical in that sense where we're able to function in this world on a day-to-day basis, a minute-to-minute, hour-to-hour basis, and literally not think about it. Like literally kind of just block that out of our minds until it creeps back in. And I don't know. I have zero answers when it comes to like what I should do. How long am I always going to feel like this? Like my she just turned 1 and we hope to have at least one more. But I do worry all the time now. And I used to never worry. Like I always thought, that, what's meant to be is meant to be. And I kind of just always chalk things up to that. And while that's still true, it's like that heartbreak in my heart, that future heartbreak that I'm, feel like I'm going to deal with at some point, it doesn't really provide solace. So I don't know. I just find myself trying to think like, Be grateful. Be grateful for what you do have. Be grateful that you can talk. Be grateful that you can walk. Be grateful that, you're not disfigured. I mean, I see all, you see news stories, and you're like, man, like that really sucks that happened to that lady, or whatever the case is. Somebody getting mugged and not surviving the encounter, or whatever, whatever the thing is, we're bombarded. Maybe that's a bit of social media. I mean, you always have the choice to like watch the news or not watch the news, and you still to a degree have the choice. But when you're on social media and just scrolling through, you see these news stories, I feel like maybe a little bit more frequently than maybe we used to back in the day, when the news was just literally regulated to TV only. So I don't know. Sorry, I don't have much of a point in this video. I just kind of wanted to air that out, because I don't really like talking to my family. I can't talk to anybody physically about it. I feel like if I do, I'm going to cry, and I just don't. That's not my personality. Like, I'm a very private person, and like I'm not excited to cry in front of people. And I feel like if I do vocalize these things, especially to my husband or my mom or somebody like that, I remember feeling that when I first had my baby, and I was like, I know I'm getting flooded with all these hormones and emotions, and some of that probably was postpartum, and I don't know, maybe what I'm feeling right now is postpartum. How long does postpartum last? I don't know, but I just a little bit, I just wish I can kind of go back to my base, like my baseline feelings, and just be ignorantly just positive and bliss. You know how they say ignorance is bliss? I think that's how the saying goes. I just wish I can go back to that. Like, no fear of whatever can come. Like, whatever it comes, it just comes, and I deal with it at that point. But that's just not where my head. Sorry guys, I had a phone call in the middle of that rant, but I just wanted to hop back on here and say thanks for watching. And if you like this type of content, then go ahead and leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to know more about, I don't know, life. All right, guys, thanks again, and I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry guys, I had a phone call in the middle of that rant, but I just wanted to hop back on here and say thanks for watching. And if you like this type of content, then go ahead and leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to know more about, I don't know, life. All right, guys, thanks again, and I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry guys, I had a phone call in the middle of that rant, but I just wanted to hop back on here and say thanks for watching. And if you like this type of content, then go ahead and leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to know more about, I don't know, life. All right, guys, thanks again, and I'll see you tomorrow.